Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Yakuza showcase. We are showcasing Yakuza games over these two weekends, or both days this weekend. Talking is hard. We are here for the second game of today, which is going to be Yakuza Dead Souls. I will hand it over to everybody and let them introduce themselves.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I am Panda, and I'm unfortunately running this game today. I'm kidding. I actually really adore this game. It's a bit cursed, but we still love it. No?
Yeah, I'm Big Nono. I run several Yakuza games, none of which are this one, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. I did technically do a run of this game today, so technically I am allowed to be, so it's all good.
Hi, it's Froob again. Sorry. I speedrun this game. Yes.
Poor Froob. I'm sorry.
It's so good. I'm enjoying this.
All right. I guess we can start, right?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, just give us a countdown if you won't mind.
All right. Oh, hold on. We can start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. This is a game.
That's the only way you can ever talk about Dead Souls. This is a game. I speedrun Dead Souls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Froob, if you want to start, that's fine. I don't even know what to say about this game.
All right, so you're gonna see very quickly here. This is probably more cursed than Yakuza 4, as we'll get into. If you've ever seen, any of the previous days Yakuza runs, obviously Yakuza 4 today, ignore all of that, because what you're about to see is something that probably shouldn't exist but does. Set after the events of Yakuza 4, as you can probably tell by the name of the game, this is actually a FromSoft Dark Souls game. That's a complete lie. It's a zombie third-person shooter. And if that sounds like it's a complete disaster, yeah.
It's a bit of a train wreck.
It's a good train wreck. It still very much has, like, the heart of, obviously, any other RGG Yakuza title, as you'll see. And obviously, just like Yakuza 4, we start off with Akiyama.
And yeah, tutorials, yay, we love those. So yeah, we're just gonna shoot 10 times. And yeah, I was aiming down sights. Whenever you aim down sights in this game, it's faster. So you want to do that as much as possible. But yeah, this isn't very exciting. Now we're gonna strafe. We're gonna try to line them up, but they kind of just do what they want.
Yeah, so in these tutorials as well, Panda is trying to hit every zombie. Normal zombies don't have HP bars, but much like every other Yakuza tutorial, they're all taking damage in these tutorials so that they go down quicker at the end here, and that'll be a theme with the next tutorial as well in the next chapter.
Yeah, the controls here are interesting because they really buck the trend of shooter games of having, good, comfortable controls. You would think this would be a twin stick, like it would use both analog sticks, one for movement, one for aiming, like in any game in the past 20 years, but no, it does not.
Yeah, and I think that's why that's acceptable to me, because I didn't play any of those. So when I played this, I was like, oh yeah, it's fine, It's only later did I realize that, oh, this is actually really cursed, never mind.
Yeah, you'll see that the game as well is going to struggle a lot. We are very fingers crossed. This game loves to crash.
Yeah.
Outright just break. Like this is the cursed one. quick story-wise, essentially Akiyama and Hana are out on collection duty. We see some man with a baseball cap go into a building. Turns out he's a zombie and is basically the cause of the zombie outbreak, and woke up next day and Kamurocho has become zombified.
Alright, I did not want him to go there. That's fine.
So as you can see, you can pick up like weapons and objects like you can in the other Yakuza games. It's terrible. To put it bluntly, it's not great. It's necessary for some parts of Dead Souls difficulty, but yeah, that's pretty much... We'll use it a couple of times in the run. Panda actually came up with some really cool strats to take care of some of the special infected with melee attacks like that. But other than that, we will be attempting to avoid using that if possible.
So yeah, right now, Akiyama is carrying Hana to New Serena, where he's gonna leave her so we can go get her medicine because she is sick. And no, not zombie sick. She just has a cold. Yeah, we're playing on easy.
Yeah, Panda has world record for Dead Souls difficulty, which is something that we considered for the schedule when making this. But Dead Souls difficulty is volatile. It's one of the harder runs that we've got. It's genuinely terrifying, but Panda's actual world record is really, really good. Deathless, I think, if I remember rightly. Which, that's impressive in and of itself. Also, it follows the Yakuza 4 thing of your menus being 60 FPS. It's really weird. Your menus are like super smooth. You'll see the rest of the game isn't super smooth. Panda's going backwards here to get this item. There's certain item drops that are guaranteed. This is one of them. It's an anime figure. Chat, you all love anime? Anime sells in this world. In this post-apocalyptic zombie world, the real currency is anime.
Yeah, that's how you make your money, anime figures.
That's like a weeb thing. I don't really like stuff from Japan.
I mean, it's Kamiyama.
But yeah, this is basically just more tutorial area. This is telling you that you can like shoot things and they explode.
You don't want to do that most of the time because this happens.
Yeah, now we have no frames. The game's now running at like -1 FPS. Yeah,
that is a feature of the video.
It's funny because
we actually...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go on, sorry. No, you go on.
I was just gonna say, this really gives you the vibes of being an NES game speedrunner, because you constantly have to worry about reducing lag in this game.
Yeah, we literally are going to be doing stuff in the run in an attempt to save as many frames as possible, because it will literally save us minutes over the entirety of the run. But one of the ability upgrades that Panda got was head tracking, which basically just locks onto like the heads of zombies, which is supposed to make this bit a little easier, but sometimes zombies can just walk away.
Oh, I got excited.
So Panda is also, we should mention real quick, looking for specific item drops, some of which are super rare. Panda's looking for an elastic alloy right now, and we'll explain why later.
Yeah, unfortunately, this game depends a lot on drops, and they're random, so yay.
This bit, it's going to tutorialize heat, and we have to, for some reason, like some of the older Yakuza games, it makes us build our heat up by taking out zombies, and not the last time it's going to ask us to do this either.
This is also one... sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that basically we're gonna be looking at the ground like the entire game, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, no.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is another one of those Yakuza games where in higher difficulties, those QTEs go by faster the higher you go. And on Dead Cells difficulty, some of these QTEs are literally a few frames long. Ridiculous.
Yeah, depending on the QTE, if the actual QTE is lagging, the bar you get at the bottom, this is for also like any difficulty, the bar you get at the bottom is deceiving because it's not the full time. It's really wild. Also, I guess something we should definitely mention with Haskar coming up here. Panda's doing very intentionally like shooting zombies here. You might think it is intentional stat padding, because what we are trying to do is make it so that we can get enough zombie kills without being hit for a specific set of bonuses.
Yeah, one of the really good ones is if you kill 100 zombies without getting hit, you get 1,000 points, and that's a free gold plate. So that's really what we would like to do here. That's really hard on Dead Cells difficulty.
Yeah, it is.
And
on Dead Cells difficulty, you're lucky to get between 2 to 3k, but we're hopefully going to get between something like 7 to 9k in this one.
All right, good. He went in the door. I don't know. I've been having a hard time getting him to go into this door recently. He keeps rolling away. Yeah, unfortunately, the interact button is X. That's also like roll and like, I don't know, 20 other things.
It's similar to the issue that you have in other Yakuza games where the confirm button is also the dash button, and you have to be careful not to start dashing next to things you can interact with, because otherwise disasters can happen.
Yeah, and this is basically letting you know you can equip weapons. We get a little teeny, is it submachine gun? And a large handgun, which we're going to sell both of them, so.
It's a shame, because the Desert Eagle is actually really good on Dead Cells difficulty, but we have bigger plans.
Akiyama, no kick. Bad. Yeah, here, this is another instance of like, you have to really hold down like the trigger and circle, or he'll just start kicking. Because circle is basically kick, or pick up if you're bio an item you can pick up. So like any furniture, explosive barrels, you know, things you want to pick up.
Very nice. That's the second time you have to build your heat back up, and 2 headshots with the Deagle does it instantly.
I still want to know why he throws 5 grenades here.
Well, no, you gotta be sure.
Apparently.
Yeah,
it looked like he dropped something. Oh, no. What? Apparently there's a steel beam up there.
Beam you can use there? What?
What does it do?
use speed tech. Let's go.
I didn't even know that was a thing. What does it do?
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it either.
It drops down.
Yeah, I did not know that was there.
So that was one of the game's first special infected. If that was such a rare drop as well, which is actually unfortunate, because every special infected has 2 kind of material drops, and unironically enough, we don't want their material that is exclusive to them, which is the meathead belt. In Dead Cells All Sub-Stories, I would like just 2 of those meathead belts, and in 10 hours, I didn't get a single one. So that's how rare they can be. The other one for the meathead, I think, is the block of steel, which is, if we can get lucky with the item drops, we're gonna need a lot of those.
Yeah, and you have some options too. For example, you can use the shotgun or the assault rifle later. The assault rifle is a nice backup, especially if you don't get the steel blocks you need. Because generally the game is pretty generous with the scrap iron, and you need like 7 of them. Generally, not always. But yeah, we're just gonna try to keep going through here and kill as many as we can to hopefully get to 100 before he gets hit.
So,
And
this is the second special infected, the Crybaby. She summons zombies. It's not a witch from Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah, definitely not. Totally different.
They totally did not know what Left 4 Dead is. They totally did not try to appeal to Western gamers by making a game very similar to that. No way whatsoever.
All right, what is even going on here in the story? I think not much different, right? We just got out of the quarantine zone.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this game is that, we just played Yakuza 4 and PLA and Froob talked a bit about all the twists and turns that happen near the finale. The interesting thing about this game is that you can basically summarize the entire main plot in about 2 sentences. It's very, very straightforward. Not really that much happens. If you really want some, more interesting storytelling, more interesting character development, you really need to go to the sub-stories, which I would say are the big selling point of this game.
Yeah, they're very good. I highly recommend doing them.
They are some of the best. Remind me to get those all sub-story notes up, Cough.
All right, I'll be quiet while I do this so I don't sell something
Do you want me to
important.
explain or...
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Sure. Okay, so basically, surprise, in a Yakuza speedrun, we have money issues. So we also have kind of like space issues with our inventory. So what Panda's doing, as we mentioned earlier, is selling the 2 guns. The anime figure, which you can see, gives 150,000 yen. And then Panda's also going to be buying our first weapon of the run, which is going to be this lovely sniper rifle. And also, obviously, some ammo.
Which-
Are you gonna get the grenades as well, or not?
We can. I went the completely wrong way, but... Or, well, no, I think I will wait.
Yeah, because we have a point where we can use grenades, but there's also a nicely positioned Molotov instead. But yeah, we're going to use this rifle for now. We do this menu here because whilst we are in Kamiyama's and you get spoken to by Kamiyama, you can actually avoid coming back in here on the way back, because here's Asugawa again. And if you come back into Kamiyama's on the way back, you have to sit through two dialogue box kind of like sentences, one of which has like a couple of tutorial windows. So it just saves you a good like 10 seconds by doing that menu there. But yeah, as you can see, the anime figures sell for a lot. There's 2 versions of them. Panda should be getting the other one in this bit, I believe. And the nice thing is they sell for more at Kamiyama than they do at Ebisu. So you want to make sure you sell your anime to Kamiyama, because he is a collector of the unknown.
He's an anime connoisseur.
That's the one.
Interestingly, you have the opposite effect with plates in this game. The gold plates we're gonna get later would technically sell for more at Abisu Pawn, but at that point in the game, it would just take too long to access that place.
Yeah. It's an interesting system. It's like not in any other Yakuza. But this is basically the game tutorializing Panda on how to go back into the quarantine zone, and that's where we're going to get a nice little reward at the end of it. But ideally, we'd love to skip this if possible. In New Game Plus, you can actually skip a couple of like tutorials, like the ones in the 3rd chapter. You cannot skip Asugawa, and you cannot skip this one.
Yeah, which is funny, because it's still a tutorial, right? But, you know.
Yes. Hold on.
Actually, I think pretty late in the series where the game started letting you skip tutorials. Plus, I think even kind of started with Kiwami, because even as far as 0, you can't skip tutorials in Plus.
Shoutouts to Yakuza 4. I don't think me or PLA mentioned it. Yakuza 4's tutorials are completely skippable, which for as cursed as that run is, that's kind of nice actually. There's only 2 games where the 80% tutorials are skippable, and that's 4 and Lost Judgment? More like that in the future, please?
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going New Game Plus, then you played the game, right? So there's no need. Alright, we finally get to leave.
I think you can skip them in Fist of the North Star, but I don't want to admit I know about that game.
Wait, so in New Game Plus, you can just skip the tutorials in Fist?
I believe so. Yeah. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, Fist of North Star is... Sorry.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say it's the one after Kiwami, so it would make sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, because they went 6 and then back to the old engine and then back to the new engine. That's right.
Okay, so we went through and did that tutorial thing for Hasegawa, and then Akiyama comes out and he's like, oh, I didn't get the medicine for Hana, huh? So now we're finally going to do that. Poor Hana. She deserves better. So yeah, this is just kind of a walking simulator at the moment. Which we're still looking down because, you know, this game is great.
Yeah. Yeah, so the civilian despawning tech you saw in Yakuza 4 works in this game. It doesn't
So you
work in
might
the
recognize
quarantine
this
zone.
room from OG2. This is Dakemoto's office.
Do you even see him, like, even in the sub-stories?
Yes.
You
One of
do?
the
Oh,
sub-stories
okay.
is to get him back. He's one of your partner characters. I like the way I routed that sub-story. Yes, I'm
Oh,
praising myself.
and here's Gary.
It's worth being proud of. That run was very fun to watch. Rube's done
fun to
an all
do,
sub-stories
as
run
far
of this game very recently. Very good.
Yeah, 7.5 hours, which, considering how hideously awful Ryuji and Kiryu's parts are, that's surprisingly low of a time. Actually, it was 7 hours, 3 minutes. Wow. I didn't realize it was that low.
Also, this is Gary Buster Holmes. Great. Gary, what do you think about this game? Yeah, true.
Damn, ouch.
By the way, do you want to mention Nishiki in this game, Panda?
Oh, yeah. So when you go to exit, there's those posters there. If you hit X too soon, you will not talk to the door. You will talk to magazines that have Nishiki Carp on them. So I think of that as Nishiki's last haha. I'm still messing with you.
I'm gonna be brutally honest, I'm surprised they didn't bring him back as a zombie in this game. It would have been terrible, and that's kind of why I'm surprised they never did it.
Yeah, they've done arguably worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole section there introduces Gary's training camp. Gary Buster Holmes shows up quite a bit in this game's sub-stories, and he is amazing. He is the best.
Yes. At one point, instead of walking through the door, he scales a building. Gary is awesome. We love Gary.
That's when he gets Arase, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so good. Yeah, sadly we don't see this game, but in all sub-story, a lot of it.
I guess we should mention briefly, the layout that you're seeing of this, and the first time we went through here, this is what's known as the Subterranea. It is underground sewers that just all look like this, sadly.
Yeah.
The Subterranea later on, I believe, is randomized, but for the story element parts, we actually know the layout. I might be wrong on the randomized aspect, actually. But they all look like that, and the Subterranea is the way you fight Amon in this game. This is one of the rare Yakuza games where you don't have to do all sub-stories to fight Amon. For this, you just have to go through the Subterranea. There's also a mode called Endless Subterranean where you go for it forever.
Isn't it the other way around, that sub-stories aren't enough, and you need to also do Subterranea?
No, you don't have to do sub-stories at all.
Oh, you're kidding me. Did I do all sub-stories for nothing?
No, this game you just have to do Subterranean.
Oh my god.
I know, because I set up a New Game Plus save like 8 different times and then obviously went to
Bicycle, please. What?
do it again.
Okay, the hand truck went straight up into the air. I don't know where it went.
This is kind of rare in 90%. This happens a lot in Dead Souls. We call that getting IKEA'd, where furniture and other items in this game just get in your way or knock you down.
Yeah, thanks IKEA.
Also, weirdly, some parts of the game, you'll see a lot of them, like this room here. The zombies are surprisingly tanky. They have extra HP. So what Panda did a headshot on the first zombie, and when you headshot a zombie, it does this like weird effect where any zombies around them kind of get knocked down, and then Panda could just easily take care of the second one that had no HP.
I got really concerned there for a second. It felt like it was hanging a little long. I was like, oh no. Alright, so we went to go back to Hana. She's not there. So now we're going this way to try and meet up with her.
And the game attempted to introduce a new kind of mutant called a monkey boy. Definitely not a jockey from Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, they are very annoying. Oh, they're being very nice.
Right here, the game is introducing the use of vehicles in the game, but we're just...
Yeah, it is fun, like, casually, but yeah, unfortunately for this, we have no use for it. The only thing we will be using is the tank.
We talked about this part where you could use grenades there, but that Molotov does work pretty well. Very precise shot from Panda. Finishes off almost all of the zombies down there. Very nice.
Nice thing is,
okay.
Oh, nice drop.
Hey,
The nice thing is, in that Molotov, Panda got both the 75 kills without being hit and the 100 kills without being hit achievements.
Oh, I did? Nice, okay, cool. I didn't see it because I got punched there and I was like, aw.
Was that an elastic alloy, by the way?
Was it?
Was it? I didn't notice. I mean, we'll be able to tell when we see the inventory later on. If so, that would be fantastic.
I don't know, dude. Oh, not that. No. Alright, this guy... Of course they would put this guy here, right? Where you can't get by him. Normally you can squeeze by him. I don't know why... oh no, this is not good. I don't know why, but I find that on easy, he's usually in a really bad spot. Whereas on Dead Souls, I can usually just squeeze right by him. I don't know if you've had that, Froob, had that experience.
Which experience? Sorry, I'm bewildered at the 2 meathead dots.
Yeah, oh, the meathead in the hallway. I find that on Dead Souls it's pretty easy to squeeze by him, but I feel like he's always in a bad position on easy.
Yeah, fully agreed. I think it must be the way that So for those who don't know, for Dead Souls difficulty, every zombie starts massively aggroed, so they're all rushing towards you. So I'm assuming that the meathead is just walking towards us from the start, whereas on easy he kind of just takes his time.
Oh yeah, and this part's a little bit different. So we have Nagahama, he's following us. We actually want him to have all of his health. We want him to be alive. In Dead Souls difficulty, you actually want him to be incapacitated. Because for some reason, if he's not, he gets stuck, and then the run's just over.
It's so weird, he just suffers. It's wild. So on the easy difficulty, you're able to give him the instructions that Panda just gave him, but for some reason he doesn't listen to you on Dead Souls difficulty.
Oh no.
It's weird.
Come on, buddy.
That's very unlucky.
Come on. Well, maybe one day he'll come.
So the unfortunate thing here is Nagahama is the cutscene marker.
Yeah.
It's him.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good.
He behaved.
Yeah,
the game. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say he can get stuck on that corner if that happens, and then it takes like him forever to figure out how to go around it. Go ahead, no.
I was just gonna say the game's pretty nice in that usually you don't have to wait for AI partners and you can just forge ahead, but that's one of the exceptions.
Yeah, unfortunately, like Fruit was saying, he is the marker, so you have to wait for him in that hallway.
Yeah. If he decides to stop and shoot zombies, there's nothing you can do outside of obviously trying to kill the zombies, but as you saw in that middle section, there's a on Dead Souls difficulty is an issue. Thankfully, we usually get down there with him being down first, as Panda said. You think that the, like, because with like most Yakuza stuff, if you have like an important NPC with you, there's like certain bits where you have to escort them. And all the escort stuff in here, if your escort ally, like Nagahama, goes down, it's actually okay. Like, it just carries on. So it's kind of nice. There are actually items that you can use to revive your partners, but wasting them, of course, which is important in this run.
Yeah, they're slightly more important on Dead Souls difficulty, but only really for like the finale. Other than that, we don't really care.
Now, not being content with forcing us to go to the quarantine zone earlier, Hasagawa continues to pester all 4 characters in this game throughout the entire playthrough with texts about places you can liberate, stuff like that. We're just going to always ignore.
Oh my god, please.
The issue with the sniper rifle, as you can see, if zombies get too close, you can actually shoot past them because the barrel of the gun is too long.
Oh. I actually wanted him to roll to the side and he went backwards. That's okay.
These special infected are a menace on Dead Souls difficulty to the point where we instead use the kick that got tutorialized earlier to keep them on the ground.
Yeah, and you can use it here too. Like if they're just being a pain, you can just kick them to the ground.
The guaranteed spawned anime figure there.
Alright. Oh no.
Oh, that's...
Excuse you.
Alright, just stay there.
He just wants to hang out.
Yeah, that's actually really bad if he's in that room with you, because you can get stuck in that room and never leave. Because if he jumps on you, you have to get him off, and then it gives time for all the zombies to get close to the doorway, and then they basically just block you in. Fun times. wasn't gonna worry about it for this, but I think in the future using the grenade here would be good. Just like we do on Dead Souls. Alright, we're gonna use chainsaw. Chainsaw good.
And this is actually something that Metza brought into the run. Because I think no one was using the triangle move for the chainsaw before he did.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Hey.
Has a lot of damage, gives you hyper armor.
Oh, I'm getting really lucky
Also
with
gives you
this.
a little bit of movement as well, which is kind of nice. Pretty fast on, like, we don't use it that often, but in all sub-stories, there's like 2 moments where I will take a chainsaw just to be able to go a bit faster down a corridor or 2.
Yeah, that's smart. This is not a liquor.
Yeah. Also, chat, we're going to play a fun game with every boss in this game. Try and guess where the weak spot is. Another guess with this one. This is also... it should be said, this is a hard boss to do fast. Like, very hard boss to do fast.
Yeah, he's a bit of a pain. Oh, no. The reason why I moved is because he was going to come towards me, and he would pretty much usually just run into you, knock you down, and then he tries to smack you on the ground.
Cool.
Yeah, I was playing... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, I was playing this earlier today, and I thought, oh, why don't runners just plug away at him, just stand there and shoot? And very soon I realized why. Just like, if you stand around, he's very aggressive.
Also, what you can't tell is that his arms extend out a very long way. Could be in the next, like, 2 shots, he'll fall to the ground, and you'll see where his actual weak spot is. There it is. So, this kind of sucks. Dead Souls' hitboxes are a suggestion.
Yeah.
Even though you saw Panda get like an actual direct hit there, the arm is a bigger hitbox. The legs are also bigger hitboxes. It is so precise to hit that hitbox and to stop this, which is what we like to call whack-a-mole phase, because he's going to go up in the ceiling and play whack-a-mole. There's several holes in the ceiling, you got to figure out where he is and then stop him from going back in the ceiling. It's a pain. That's why
Why
this
are you
guy's
so close?
actually kinda hard.
And continuing with this game bucking the design trends of most modern shooters, there's actually no way to change sensitivity in this game.
Yep. And sensitivity is ridiculous when using, well, anything. Especially a zoomed-in sniper rifle.
They really did well in making it too sensitive for when you need to be precise, and too low for when you need it to be quick.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't know how they
Okay.
managed to do that.
Also, we saw their Panda using menu reloads, which actually, until I started watching runs of this game, I didn't know they even existed. But it's a good way of, if you're trying to avoid the next phase of the boss or something like that, reloading outside of the flow of the combat, so you can buy more time for yourself.
Yeah, I gotta utilize them more often, to be honest. They're pretty good. Especially for, like, stuff where, like, after pops, if, like, you forget to reload your grenade launcher, which I do a lot, then it would help out a lot with having to, like, not have to switch, like, weapons around and using multiple weapons. In this room, Panda is counting the kills and knew that one of the zombies was still alive. So, there's certain parts in this where we're obviously going to know, like, how many zombies are in each room, and if we don't hit that kill count on the right-hand side, then Panda's going to know, something's wrong here.
Yeah, there's 15 in that room. So if you have 14, though not always, because sometimes if you take too long to kill another zombie, the kill count will refresh, and then it'll just kind of confuse you. All right, nice.
Thanks.
One. Nice. So, to mention briefly, the zombie that Panda just killed is a rare zombie called a millionaire zombie. They have, I think it's 4 different items they can drop. One of them, the super hard aluminium alloy, which Panda just got. If we get 2 of those, we can get Kiryu's 3rd best weapon at the end of the run. Excuse me. Ooh, that's very familiar.
So yeah, as you can see, I think Majima's the only person excited about the zombie apocalypse here. So his first reaction is to let's go upstairs and get shotgun shells so we can blast everyone up.
Yeah, this
And normally,
Sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. I was just saying, normally I don't take any health drinks, but we're going to today. Generally, you're fine. But, you know, this is Dead Souls.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this introduces the next type of mutant, the fatty, who basically, if explodes, he emits this gas that makes the zombies aggro. Let me know if you've heard this one before. Interestingly, on Dead Souls, that specific mutant is completely non-threatening because zombies are always at max aggro, so his gas does thing.
Yeah. He's just kind of there.
Also, not us being insensitive, his name literally is Fatty. The names of these like special infected are wild. Like Crybaby, Fatty, Meathead, like alright. But yeah, Panda's intentionally going after the drops from the fatties to try and get the elastic alloy, but we do need 1 lucky drop from a zombie before the end of this chapter. If so, Panda's going to be able to get Majima's shotgun upgrade, which in total saves like a good 2 minutes or something like that. It's really good. But it is very, very RNG, sadly.
Yeah, honestly, that shotgun upgrade, it doesn't. Sorry. Oh no.
Oh, that one of them was a fat fork.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's super rare. That's wild.
This is some wacky drops luck.
Can you use those in all sub-stories? The high-density polymer?
High-density polymer, no.
What is it even for?
Question. It might be for Akiyama's, actually. Let me double check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's for Akiyama's? Yeah, No, it's not. It's to get to the golden pistol. Oh, no, it's for Akiyama's as well. Yeah, it's for either the golden pistol or Akiyama's route towards high and low. One before Elise. I don't know why he called his pistols after his club. Akiyama, please. Requires 3 platinum plates? Are you kidding me? What about that?
Alright, nice.
Nice.
Oh, we get to do one
We
thing.
got him. We got him.
We get to go very fast at the end of this run now.
The lack of elastic alloys is disappointing, but that's very, very good.
Once again, Shaq's time to play. Where's the little export? This is our next boss, the Onraki, and he kills the frame rate, as you'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot him in the butt. Because you can kind of turn with him and he'll just keep turning, trying to hit you.
But you'll notice that the frame rate dropped very hard for a couple of seconds there. Every time you break the armor off this guy, the frame rate drops to single digit, like so.
Yeah, that's the other hard thing about running this is like, You have to actually anticipate the lag because you will not dodge when you think you will, because the game is lagging really badly. Alright, stop trying to hit me.
Ooh, that was a nice little bit. So, we've discovered that you can do like more damage depending on your distance from the boss, because technically a second pellet hits the weak spot, and it's really hard to do. Also, this car doesn't exist, don't worry about it. Nice, no second car.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually kill him before he even picks up any of the cars, but yeah, it requires a lot of cooperation from him, which, you know. Why would he do that?
Yeah.
He's using the frame rate as armor, yep. That sounds about right.
So, despite loving the zombie outbreak that's going on, Majima makes the decision to go and find out what's going on with Tojo and whatever's happened to Daigo Dojo. Guy's been a menace all evening.
Man. So yeah, we're basically just running this way to leave the quarantine zone, and this is the last, or well, no, this is second to last special infected. No, actually, no, we have 2 more. I always forget about the diphtheria, because, you know, I kind of want to repress
They
the
get
memory.
introduced at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I always forget about that.
The hermits aren't so bad. Diphtheria, no.
The strategy came up with, or Metza came up with.
Yeah, Metza came up with that. Very, very big brain.
Yeah, the 80% run, or the 80% route of this, I guess now's a good time to talk about how cursed this is. The 80% route of this actually changed up a lot thanks to both Panda and Metza running Metza's difficulty, because they found a couple of things that we just didn't implement in the 80%. There is an equipment piece. There is a shirt that increases your movement speed by 20%. That's a lot. Why weren't we using that in the first place? But I guess now is the time to talk about why this is truly cursed. Panda is running this on PS3 on the digital version on an SSD. This is all extremely important, thanks to a certain someone who shan't be named, straight back guy. Unfortunately, we found that the digital version saves 20 minutes over the disc version. At which point, straight back guy decided, well, what if I put an SSD on my PS3, which saves an extra 15 minutes? So if you're running digital with SSD, you are saving legitimately 35 minutes on load times alone. Game's wild, cursed. Unfortunately, by running on SSD, we kind of open up Pandora's box, because now the game crashes more.
Yeah, the problem with speedrunning is you always have to deal with computers, and all computers are bad.
Yeah. It was probably going to happen eventually that like somebody tried out an SSD with something. And obviously that changed the play a little bit for OG1, OG2, as well as the Japan-only Kenzan as well. Because that saved like a good like almost 10 minutes on loads because of SSD.
Yeah, and also the PS2 games that are also
Guess I don't need these now.
PS3.
Cry.
There, the difference isn't as drastic, but it is felt.
So yeah, we basically we got the hero cartridge from the casino. That is for Kiryu's material rifle for the end, and we got 5 demon stones, and that is for Ryuji's gun arm for his second gun arm upgrade. So yeah, we unfortunately Majima has to do all of this now because later on, this part we're walking in will be part of the quarantine zone. So in order to get to this part again, you would have to go through a bunch of zombies, and yeah, that takes too much time. Not to mention, you would also have to save Dragon Palace from zombies. Once any of the businesses in this game get into the quarantine zone, you actually have to do like a little mini game where you basically save them, and then they're liberated and you can use their services again.
Yeah, even in like all sub-stories, because of the fact that the casino does get put into the quarantine zone, I had to try and make it so I had like 1.5 million yen by Majima's part, which is an issue because some of his sub-stories require money.
Yes, I'm looking at the ground specifically to keep the game from lagging.
This chapter introduces an enemy that is an annoyance in any percent easy, but a potential greatest asset in Dead Cells difficulty, the Molotov zombie. So the Molotov zombies you can see there for his Molotovs. When you kill them as well, they also like have the fire around them. In Dead Cells difficulty, they can help you because that will kill other zombies, which obviously is really useful and really good. One of the nice things as well about the game, as you see what Panda's doing here, you can actually move items from your inventory to your item box by replacing it with things from these like supply caches that are around town, which is really nice. It doesn't discard them, it puts them in your item box, so they're all safe, which is good.
Yeah, you can discard them if you wanted to, but yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know if you're the same as me. With the important stuff, like Super Hard Aluminium Alloy and the Heroes cartridge, I will still never swap those out first, because I'm always worried something's going to happen to them.
You know what? I never thought about that, so...
Nothing's going to go wrong, but it's like, it's this game. You are also blocked from entering into the rest of this. We just have to take care of zombies. And actually, Dead Souls is kind of nice for another thing, and it's wild that it's this game of all games. This is going to be the first time in the series that you're going to be able to just walk around Kamurocho Hills. Like, literally just walk around with, like, no zombies, nothing going on, just... You can casually take a stroll, take it all in. You obviously go here in a couple of set pieces while it's unfinished in Odyssey 2. In 4, you saw it was still unfinished, but you saw a little bit of it. In 5, it's finished, but it's in a set piece. So it's kind of wild that Dead Souls, with the importance of this building and how much importance is put on this building in the early few games, the only game that allows you to technically walk around it is this one.
Yeah. The game that, not that many people would play, versus like a mainline game.
It's just really weird how they haven't let us into Kamurocho Hills in any of the later games or spin-offs. Like, you can just put a couple of shops in there and let us just walk around. Like,
Alright, yeah, here you go. You get to walk around. I will leave the camera up so you can actually see.
There is unfortunately nothing here.
Yeah, there's nothing here, but... Oh yeah, and
Also,
as you saw earlier in Yakuza 4, how the guys were posing as mannequins, the zombies will do that in this.
Yeah, they will. But also, for some reason, as you can see, even though we walked up the stairs on the other side of this entranceway, for some reason you're forced to walk all the way around. I mean, here's Daigo.
Really want to take in Kamurocho Hills? An only chance.
Alright, time for baby rage.
Hopefully we won't be baby raging after.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're gonna have a baby who's screaming for this whole section. And yeah, the zombies don't like that.
Kind of a neat aspect that the baby crying makes them aggro, because it makes people aggro in real life as well.
You don't actually have to shoot any of these zombies I'm shooting. I'm more just shooting them in an attempt to try to get Daigo to follow me, but you know, Daigo just does what Daigo wants, so.
Try and, like, load the zombies at the entrance of that door. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes they just get pulled there. Usually you can just go right in, but... Oh, he got knocked down. I was like, why didn't he come around the corner yet? That was weird. I was waiting for him to come around the corner. Alright, well, I have Daigo, at least.
Please don't crash. Don't do it. Huzzah!
We're good. Yeah, for some reason, right after you talk to that door, sometimes the game just crashes.
Yeah. We have no idea why. This game likes to do that, unfortunately.
That's a crash I've not even seen. It's like every time people run this game, I find out about an intentional crash.
Yep. I always had the crash pre-pops, I've never had it post-pops until the other day. It's a wonderful video game at times. As you can see, it's usually, like, with the elastic alloy that we were after at the earlier part of the run, like, there's only, like, 3 of the fatties to get it from, and after that, you'll just get given loads of elastic alloy. Real shame. We're definitely good on strapline at this point, which is good. Unfortunately, all the zombies in this bit have to be taken out for us to progress.
Yeah, you have to kill all the zombies. And you will find out here, because there's an area trigger, basically. If it doesn't trigger, then you're missing a zombie. And then you get to go find it. Oh, I need the... I do not need that. Alright. The steel block there is really important, especially since we don't have any. That was our first one, I believe. Or maybe we have 2 now.
Oh, wow, really? Oh, yeah, because you got 2 meathead belts.
Yeah.
Alright, who is missing?
Oh, there's going to be someone behind, isn't there?
Oh, I see. Oh, there's a few. I turned around, but I guess they took their sweet time. Sometimes they do. This is kind of similar to another part. Oh, you're not done. In Ryuji's part, there is a specific wall that zombies will come over, and unfortunately they just trickle in, so you kind of just have to sit there.
I want to get to a really weird section. Not the last time we'll be saying that about this game.
Alright, we're gonna sit here for like a minute and a half. You don't have to use the pistol, I just like to. Because there is actually a point thing for... I don't remember if it's... I think it's 50 pistol kills. And we already have the shotgun ones from Majima earlier. But yeah, we're basically protecting this barricade here. I don't think there's really much danger on easy of it breaking. But, funny enough, because we do New Game Plus on easy, you can easily destroy it, especially if you're using the satellite laser, so... It will just be no more. Yeah, do you even use the satellite laser here ever, Fruit?
Only when I'm at the top of the stairs looking that direction.
Yeah, I'm too afraid to. Even when I'm looking this way, I'm like, no. I don't trust this thing.
No. And it's a shame because like one of the first things I tried was shooting the barricade to see if like, you know, if you broke it, does that just push things on? Nah, do it again.
Oh, that would have been good if it worked.
Game has enough waiting sessions as is, sadly. We should also mention, that timer at the top is tied to the FPS. That's going to be important for later.
Yeah.
Well, for all the time sections.
Yeah, it's technically important here, but we're not really making anything explode, so...
So once again, fight the Arahabaki. Once again, its weak spot is on the belly. If you have Magnum's upgraded shotgun here for this phase right here, if you can actually hit his weak spot, but if you have the upgraded shotgun, you can loop it between going invisible and not. Nice weak spot here.
Are you, sir?
What is he doing? He doesn't want to be in the puddle. Oh yeah, the new trick is obviously he goes invisible. Although
What happened?
invisible. Okay, nice. Now, if you find a way to break the AI of all the bosses like that, that'd be fantastic.
I actually had a thing. I told Panda about this, where I was fighting this guy earlier, and I was grinding up against the invisible wall, and he was lunging, but he like lunged a very short distance, and he was doing that consistently for a while.
Huh. That's something to look into.
Yeah, I tried it earlier, but I couldn't get it to work, but I only had time to try it once.
Yeah, that's definitely time.
I think it would be easier to test on Dead Souls difficulty, that way you could just die to reset.
Yeah. Let's say. I have my safety save for that chapter for Soul Stories, but not Dead Souls, sadly. As you can probably also be very aware, we're getting a lot of shotgun shells.
Oh my gosh.
You need everyone has their unique weapon. I'm not sure if we fully went into this. Akiyamas are the pistols, but they're unlimited ammo. Everybody else's unique weapons all require ammo. Kiryu doesn't get hit until the finale.
Oh, it sounds like he hit the aggro.
Yep.
Oh, I was practicing this earlier. I had 3. Daigo hit like everyone you could hit.
That sucks. So yeah, ideally, obviously we don't want these aggros to come with us. The only zombies we need to kill are these zombies at the very end. But every zombie, or every aggro that's aggroed onto us from behind is going to start charging after us.
I'm just gonna back up so I can get behind these guys.
Yeah, this bit's just a pain as well because the bit that Panda's standing at right now, there is a zombie spawn at this bit. So you kind of have to like come back here as well at some point. And obviously if the other zombies walk forward, they can just get in the way. And then it becomes harder to be able to tell who to actually take down. I've been wondering about how to take this part, but I'm honestly not sure. Dead Souls difficulty is unironically nice in the fact that everyone's aggro towards you.
Yeah, I'm always torn between this and just shooting them. I think if you have Majima's upgraded shotgun, it's faster to just shoot them. But I think this could potentially be faster if you don't.
I agree. That actually did feel quite fast. The flamethrower is also really good, especially on Dead Souls difficulty. Like, you'd usually think that the weapons on the floor aren't that great, but no, that flamethrower is actually pretty good.
It not only does away with the regular zombies very quickly, it also staggers them. A really nice way to open up some space.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I've had cursed thoughts recently of just carrying Molotovs with me.
You know, I don't think that's the worst thing I've heard.
But yeah, I'm curious about the incendiary grenades and the Molotovs in this game.
Genuinely could be something in that considering.
But yeah.
So I guess we should mention.
Oh, go ahead.
Majima's been bit. That's important. He's been bit by a zombie, not by Daigo.
Oh yeah, but you know, because of the whole Omi Alliance thing, they see that Ryuji Goda has been in the city, and so he must have done it. Yeah, yes, he is sus.
Definitely an Omi Alliance plot to take over the Tojo. Yup. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what that door is really weird. There's like some sort of invisible wall in that corner, and sometimes it's like really hard to interact with that door.
Yeah, I know it's definitely there in 3 as well.
Oh really? Oh no.
Yeah. But the nice thing is 3 starts you next to it, so you just have to match X. She does it? I don't remember. It's definitely there in 3. Unfortunately, it hasn't lasted very long, but we are coming up to the end of Majima's part. This chapter is literally just a boss fight in the 80% run. This is obviously where having Majima's upgraded shotgun is really nice because we obviously do way more damage. This boss has very nasty QTE on Dead Souls difficulty, but you'll all get to enjoy it in the run, which is nice.
Yeah, so we are going to the batting center for Majima's last boss, because that's not weird.
Bet you're all still playing Yakuza 4. It's time for baseball again.
This guy's actually got a very interesting, kind of unique design to him. It's a shame that this is probably the most annoying boss fight in the entire game.
Yeah. I'm getting some really nice shots off here. Like, you can see that for a while, the Tsuchigumo just stays there. You can see the weak spot is obviously in the middle again. This move's kind of annoying, but it's very easy to dodge by just standing there. On Dead Souls difficulty, that hones in on you. On Dead Souls difficulty, the Tsuchigumo can kill you in 2 hits. This is actually like a genuinely hard fight on Dead Souls difficulty. Probably it's not hard on easy for its own reasons. Obviously trying to get as many of the weak spot hits as possible is important. I'm kind of like debating with this boss, because with the jump move it does, you actually do a heat attack and knocks it to the ground, and it gives you 3 weak spot hits, but I'm still kind of debating this with like the length of time it takes to do that in regards to getting the damage off.
That's a good point.
By the way, with that jump attack, if you were standing next to Akiyama, you can actually bait Yumo into pouncing on him, and it actually gives a couple of free shots.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually fast, but you know, so it's nice to see Akiyama get hit every now and then.
Big hit for us. You can see this is now phase 2. That normal attack has become a 2-hit attack.
Oh, I was too slow. Yeah, if you go up to him after he does that, he'll always spin, so it gives you time to recover if you need it.
The game, when side strafing like that, does let you hit the weak spot. Sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird. Around this point is around the time we get it. This character's going to be using a lot of ammo as well.
Aw, you really couldn't let me hit you one more time? Rude.
Shoot the... Time for baseball, chat.
Yeah, this key is pretty infamous.
Yeah, we'll channel our inner baseball man.
This is how grenades work, don't you all know?
And
When we said this game has, you know, the heart and soul of a Yakuza, this is what we mean.
Yeah, we make a lot of fun of this game because, I mean, but this is honestly a very, very playable game, especially if you go for the sub-stories.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when it came out originally, I wasn't a fan of this game, but ironically, and I think this is the same for a couple of Yakuza runs, I've found more love for them since speedrunning them.
Mm.
Yeah, we have like a minute of cutscenes to skip here. It's like 45 seconds digital SSD. Base PS4 disc version, this bit takes like 3 minutes. I'm not even joking.
But yeah, at this point, we finally get to play as Ryuji. And if you're wondering if you followed the plot of Yakuza 2, if it's ever explained why this guy's still alive and kicking, that's just explained. Never addressed at all.
Take when they bring him back in the main series later on in like maybe 2 games or so. Give him time. Don't ask why he has got a Gatling gun arm either. They don't explain it.
yeah, and
Look.
Ryuji's part is probably, I would say, the most difficult in the game.
Yeah.
And it's long.
How do you feel about this chapter, Panda?
I think it's a little slightly nicer, not on Dead Souls,
Yes.
but it's very long.
It's very long, and my first playthrough of this game wasn't that long ago, and this is probably where I first started wanting not finish this game. It's not as bad as you think, but it is kind of poorly paced. This chapter, it just takes forever until you get out of the quarantine zone with Reed. Unlike the other characters, where it kind of happened pretty quickly after their first chapter.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like up until now, like the pacing was okay, and then this chapter just, I don't know, throws that up in the air.
Yeah, we'll see why that is in a little bit. Also, in terms of ammo, we're gonna need a lot of it. I forgot, are you going for Ryuji's upgraded minigun?
Yes.
Quick. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot.
The Gatling gun really eats up ammo. By the way, during that
Yeah.
cutscene, the game tries to hint at you that you can the ball machine from the batting center to hit zombies, which is very, very fun and entertaining to do, but doesn't really play much of a role in this run, unfortunately.
Yeah.
One of those moments of using a chainsaw, both for speed, but also to just get through this. There is an aggro on the other side of the table, but usually, at least on the easy difficulty, he behaves and stays there.
For a long time, I didn't know you... Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was actually, for a long time, I didn't even know you could just go for that door. I would always finish off all the zombies in that room.
Yeah, it's actually one of those nice, like, sequence breaks we can actually do in this game. But yeah, this room... Boy, both me and Panda have suffered in this room. This is one of those rooms where the zombies, as we said earlier, have, like, extra HP. But Dead Souls difficulty for this room is... You can get it within the first second of entering the door. you can get stun locked permanently.
Yeah.
You have to do exactly what Panda did, grab that chair, start attacking with it, or you're dead. That's it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's a zombie that immediately tackles, and if he connects with you, it's over, basically. Because the chair will go flying in the air, and you will go tumbling to the ground.
That room is just awful. And it's awful in 8% easy as well, because the zombies are just really tanky and survive and fall on the floor, which is an issue, actually, in these parts. That's why, again, Panda's keeping an eye on, like, the kill count in certain parts. Like, Panda knows how many zombies are here in this part. And, like, the issue is, these are some army soldiers. They're obviously killing zombies. And the issue is they can knock the zombies down without killing them as well. So they can get a little frustrating at times. Like that one. Oh, your kill. How dare they?
Yeah. And then unfortunately, it's very much needed on Dead Souls, but when you upgrade Ryuji's gun arm, it kind of sometimes can do that even more, where it just has like such a knockback effect that it'll knock them over.
That's one
But
of those
thankfully,
parts.
we don't use it too much longer after we upgrade it.
And that's one of those things where Dead Souls difficulty actually has a bit of an edge, because due to the zombies always being max aggro, they have this glow on them. So you can actually see which of the zombies on the floor are still alive when you knock them down.
Yeah.
Really nice.
It's funny saying nice things about Dead Souls difficulty, but yes, it's true.
You always say nice things about the category you're not running at the moment.
I'll say as well, I'll extend that to this part being a lot better in Dead Souls difficulty because obviously the zombies are growing onto you. As a quick rundown of this bit, there are going to be fresh zombie spawns for a while. The worst part is the bit that Panda's in, so Panda is intentionally staying here to make sure no zombies are spawning in, so that we can just move on with the rest of this part and take care of the rest of the zombies. Otherwise, you play a guessing game at the end of where's the zombie, where do I have to go find them, etc, etc. Ah, yes. Vehicles. Forgot that was a thing for a while.
I think I missed both of them.
So, there's going to be certain points where we use vehicles. We'll talk about Dead Souls' effect on that later. But the nice thing is you can see, especially for the smaller special infected, you take them out super quickly. The meatheads take 2 hits, but usually they go down nicely. It's just a very, very nice way of taking out like the special infected really quickly here and then being able to deal with the normal zombies. And obviously Panda intentionally went for the crybabies first to stop them from spawning zombies, who can actually spawn inside the theater over there.
Yeah, if like this part doesn't progress, because a pop-up will like show up, like Ryuji will actually have dialogue. If it doesn't pop up, usually it's because there's zombies stuck in here. And there's our pop-up, so we can leave now.
Getting pretty fast from here. The nice thing is, like, at first, like, when playing through this game, I was kind of annoyed at, like, the results screen, because, obviously, with the level up message, it's kind of like, you know, get through to the next part, please. But the nice thing is, actually, like, they tell you the time you've taken in this chapter, so it's a good, like, metric to be able to tell, okay, this is how this will go. This is also where we're going to get our first big set of level ups. Is it here or you do it in the next chapter? Or don't we do it in different places?
I tend to do it here because I feel like if I don't, I just forget about it, and then I'm confused at why I'm just confused later. I've gotten to the part with the hermit where I go to pick up the barrel and he's just kicking it, and I'm like, why are you kicking it? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because we used to do a level up, and this is again thanks to the Dead Souls runners. And we actually do we still do it in Dead Souls difficulty? I assume we do for the yellow barrel.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's usually an earlier in Dead Souls difficulty, usually an early upgrade that we just consolidate into this one in 8% easy. It's one of those like differences in the different runs.
think it's just a good general rule in speedrunning where if you can do something at a couple of different points, the best is just to do it early on so you don't forget.
That's actually for later, but I'll just upgrade it now. And I usually upgrade these so that I don't accidentally use points later and then end up in having a bad time, because like your run is basically over if you cannot get the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was real nice.
Those are the first new special infected here. That's the penultimate of them. They're dipterras. They fly and they spit. They're not spitters.
No, don't hit me. What? Okay.
Nice dodge.
Oh well.
I got hit here the other day, but they hit me into the area trigger, so it was fine, but...
I need to see what you do here, because I always think good.
Oh, well...
No.
Thanks.
Oh.
That's really good. That guy sucks because sometimes, or quite a bit of the time, he'll take 2 hits from the oil barrel, which leaves you with 1 hit left on it, and no matter what you do with it, it's going to explode.
Yeah, and I can't figure out why. I thought it was because he needed to stop, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so yeah, I just don't know.
Assuming it's hitbox rotation.
Yeah. Probably. That sounds about right for Dead Souls.
Also, I'm going to say something potentially controversial. I think hermits are cute.
No, I think they're cute. They're really annoying, but they're cute.
Yeah.
They're trying to hang out and slap you around.
Spare anime figure there. There is one more spare anime figure you can pick up on the way here after, like in between the Diptera and the Hermit, if you're worried about money. But with the extra anime figure drop count you've been getting, money should not be an issue at all.
Yeah, and basically what's going on here is we need the tank doesn't have any rounds in it, so we need to get the rounds, but in order to get them, we need something to carry them with. So Ibuki is basically going to give us access to a forklift if we save 3 groups of people. We saved 1, but that doesn't count in that 3. So now we are going to do the 3 groups. The first group we saved was like the tutorial, I guess.
That's why the spit is just like because the issue with this escort section is even though there's multiple groups, you can only do 1 at a time.
Yeah. It would be cool if we could get all of them, but you know.
And there is some logic to the order you do them in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We do this one because zombies will appear in this alleyway if you go do the other one. Like, it'll appear twice. Like, they will appear no matter what once you turn 1 in. But if you turn the one that's closest in first, they will be here twice. Which I think for easy probably isn't a huge deal. But yeah, in Dead Souls difficulty, you do not want that.
Yeah.
Like right here where I'm running through now, there will be zombies here twice. And also right here. And also around this corner. Oh, and these 2 guys here, they will attack everything, so you really need to kill everything. Like, if there is a zombie in their vicinity, they're gonna run up to the zombie and start smacking it with the pipes they are holding. Which, in casual play is really cool. In this, it's not, because we need to go fast.
They do follow, every NPC here follows the Nagahama Dead Souls approach, but if their HP goes to 0, they will just like follow you. But the issue is they start to go slower. They have slower movement. Saying that, because usually in Dead Souls difficulty, they end up just getting hit 3 times. especially.
Yeah, usually the military zombies will make it. Not zombies. The military dudes. I mean, they are zombies of them too. We're saving the zombies now.
Unironically, there is a sub-story like that in this game.
True. They're seriously, all the sub-stories are really worth doing. They're very wacky.
Yeah.
Alright, this part kind of sucks. I don't know. There's just zombies everywhere. And you have to be careful, see, because like when you run, they will come out, like running at the group. And if they grab the group, it's very easy for you to run off thinking they're following you, and then you realize, oh, I'm missing one. You do not want that to happen. I can see on the minimap now that all five are following me, so that's good. So we're gonna keep going and pray that they... I'm gonna ignore the monkey boy. I might have to come back, but I always like to just take the gamble that he'll leave them alone. Because sometimes he does, and sometimes he doesn't. I don't even know where he is. Oh, I see him now. Also, yes, you can still get hit by all of these things the zombies are hitting her. Alright, can y'all come through here? Come on, come on, come on. I hear the monkey boy now. Alright, I think they're okay. I did have the monkey boy follow me pretty far the other day, and he grabbed onto one of them. And I was not happy. But that actually went really well. Because the NPCs can also get hit to the ground, and then they are even slower than you when it comes to standing back up again. Alright, did we get the last? Okay, here you go. This group's the easiest one, but sometimes one of the guys can get stuck around the corner, which is why I kind of lingered there a little long to make sure he rounded the corner.
Now for a very special section.
Hey, I like this part.
You didn't like this part on Dead Zone.
No, but... Okay, now now we are actually playing Shenmue, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the Shenmue controls are the exact same for this forklift, like, in this game.
This part, by the way, on my first playthrough took me like 10 minutes because I didn't realize you have a free place to stack these crates on the left, so I tried getting them to the right somehow.
Yeah, that's probably, I would say it's the hardest part, is not even like the health of the forklift, it's just the fuel.
Yeah.
Well, the health is probably more dire on Dead Souls, but I don't know, the fuel runs out really fast on Dead Souls. Like, it really ticks down. Alright, we're gonna back up.
It really does.
And then turn around. I'm a professional forklift driver, you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, on Dead Souls difficulty, you can't plow through all these zombies like that. You have to clear the way.
Okay, my forklift certified? Definitely. Don't you believe me? Yeah, on Dead Cells difficulty, you have to get out of the forklift 3 times to kill all of the zombies manually, I guess, if you will. If you don't, you will not have enough health to get back to the tank, and you will game over, and then you get to do it all again. From the very beginning of where you picked up the forklift, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the other problem with this part. There aren't really good checkpoints. Okay, we'll just look at this guy. That seems correct. You can actually start loading this while you cannot see anything.
By the way, has anyone ever tested what happens if you intentionally whiff all the shots here?
Oh, you can probably get out and reload it like you can in the finale,
okay.
but I don't know. I've never tried it.
Assume so. I've never tried that.
Now I kind of want to try that. You can also keep loading it once the screen goes black. There's like absolutely no reason, but I mean, you can. You can get out and reload it, you think?
Yeah, when I first played this game, this title card really shocked me.
Oh.
Because I thought for sure at least 2 chapters had passed by this point, but no, all of that was just the first.
You can't see my splits, but I'm running splits on my end, but that was a goal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Apparently. Apparently we went really fast. Alright, now we will do, well, not really the last of our upgrades, but we will do the item upgrades now. You don't have to wait this far. I like to because if I don't, I end up picking up a bunch of stuff and then I have to get it out of my inventory.
Real smart. So all those points have been building up over the run. Top 6, that's fine. This should still be enough.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of
gift.
cutie girl figures.
True. So the gold plate sell, which is good. Gold plate sell for money. The items, the miscellaneous items. Sider's unexpected gift is going to allow us to upgrade the shirt from 10% movement speed to 20, and then the other items picked up, they are for weapons.
I decided to buy one more.
One more, I assume?
Yeah, I bought one more because I can't count.
We usually have like a couple of 100k over anyway, it's fine. Panda's now going to go to the most important place in all of Yakuza games, Donkey.
Yeah, Donkey. Which, fun fact, if you sit here long enough, you will get DMCA'd by Twitch. Isn't that cool?
So watch out for that, GDQ, I suppose.
Yeah.
The same with OG2. Anytime, we just need to get out immediately.
Yeah, if you ever watch one of my streams, I'm usually going, over this part, so it doesn't.
You want me to commentate this bit while you concentrate on it?
Yes, that's probably in everyone's best interest.
So this is the big shop. You'll understand. So unfortunately, this guy's a sub-story. We don't buy him a gun because it takes even longer. We could tell from the sub-stories. So we do this in a very specific order. We need money, so we sell, obviously, all the anime we got, all of the plates that we've got, and anything in reserve. We should have, like, a couple of things we can give over, as well as, obviously, all the good drops we got of the anime girls earlier. That's way more than enough, which is good. We then invest into Kamiyamas twice, This is going to enable us to not only upgrade the Zumi shirt, which is a magic jersey, but also buy the grenade launcher, which is hyper important. That's the reason why Panda did the upgrades earlier, the armor skill and the weapon skill, so that you can actually get that stuff from Kamiyama. And at this point, there's just a whole bunch of things that need to be bought or upgraded, and if we do it in the correct order, we shouldn't have to speak to this guy ever again. Hear him go, we need some extra items to upgrade the shirt. You need 3 stamina X's, XX's, and 3 toughness EZs. You see Panda got 2 because Panda looked in, obviously, what they had in their item box. It tells you on the right. Also got some grenade launcher rounds, because, spoilers, we're getting a grenade launcher. Immediately upgrade Sprinter shirt, which allows us to stay in this menu. Now going to upgrade Ryuji's gun twice. So modified Kuroniga Maru, I cannot speak today apparently. Into, once again, remember we said anime is good? Demon Slayer. See? Anime is good. And then we get the grenade launcher. And then Panda is a very sensible person and a good runner, and doesn't forget to equip the Zumi shirt, unlike certain runners in here.
Alright, hold on. I need to... We're going to just look and see. We have exactly 4. Alright, I'm going to buy... No, I don't want a mod. I want to buy... I'm gonna just go with the assault rifle then.
The old school rifle route, yeah.
Just to be safe, that way we can definitely upgrade the... We won't have any issues trying to upgrade Kiryu's rifle later.
Yeah. So, this is all to do with, obviously, the drops that have been gotten over the run. Panda's obviously kept in mind what's dropped. The rifle route uses, like, obviously, scrap, but the rifle route is the original route, unironically enough. Before we went to change to shotgun here. But with the Gatling gun upgrades, that's now going to get utilized for the boss that's coming up in the next chapter. It's a big pain in the backside. So that's the big shop. You have to concentrate on that big shop because obviously it requires the knowledge of what you picked up earlier. We obviously know we've got enough for Kiryu's ultimate weapon later, which is nice. But essentially, you need to know, like, obviously how much money you've got. You need to make sure you get the grenade launcher. You need to make sure you equip the shirt. It might not look like we're going faster here. That's because it only works when we're in the quarantine zone. You will see when Panda gets to the quarantine zone, that 20% extra movement speed. It's a lot.
Oh. I've been sitting here this whole time trying to figure out what's wrong with my splits. I'm running against the sum of best. That makes sense. That's definitely what you guys should do, yeah.
And it is good to push yourself, I suppose.
Remember when we said earlier there are just some rooms that have stronger, tankier zombies? This guy, this pain in the backside. Get off the floor, sir, please. Thank you.
What?
One shot?
Wow. Okay, that one shot's literally like 13 damage. So that's kind of sad that he didn't die earlier. Oh, Ryuji, where are you going, buddy?
All these phone conversations, by the way, I don't remember if we've commented on it. You can just skip them by pressing start.
Yes.
You don't need to mash through them or anything.
Well, that's this way. We're this way. Alright, we're gonna swap to the grenade launcher because there's gonna be a hermit behind us and we're just gonna immediately shoot him. Sorry, buddy. I didn't need the hop, but I usually hop just out of habit because usually he rolls right up to you immediately.
Yeah.
Alright, and since we did the assault rifle, we have all 4 of the steel blocks we need, so I don't need to worry about picking up anything here. We can just go. Okay, I'll get one anyway, never mind.
Wow.
Alright, I'm gonna reload here. It's really easy to get stun locked like that up here, but thankfully we got out. And yeah, this is Michiru. We're going to save her manager, who's on the other side. You know, back where we just were, so...
Unfortunately, we can't save him first.
Yeah, that's kind of a recurring issue with this game. It does have a lot of backtracking. It does have a lot of moments of go to from point A to point B only to go back again. So yeah, the game just has you do this tour of the Champion District back and forth for really no reason.
Yeah, sadly.
Alright, so, yep, we did it. And now she tells us how we can exit, so we're going to basically go back. And thankfully, now there's no zombies. Okay, there is a caveat here. On Dead Cells difficulty, it's really important not to die in the next part, because if you do, it takes you back here, and all the zombies are here again. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's kind of rude of the game to just be like, here, fight all the zombies again.
They just got bored. They just went off.
Yeah.
Alright, this part kind of sucks, so...
Yeah, I've been wondering about this part myself. I think actually the acting is a really good idea. There's just a load of zombies. A load of zombies get, like, dragged in from both sides. You got both of the fatties there that can just drop the FPS, but the real annoyances are the dip terrors. Because there's going to be a couple in front of you and a couple behind you, and they can literally snipe you from all the way at the end of the street. So that was a pretty decent... That was actually a really good way to deal with the first wave. And thankfully everyone is just all lined up at the end.
Yeah, if you can get a headshot on the Diptera, they'll do that recoil, which gives you some time to shoot them again. You can shoot this thing through the wall for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
That's how guns work, apparently. I don't know.
Just dodge that zombie. Oh, hey, buddy.
And we select the bottom option because I believe that's faster.
Yes. Watch him be a bit of an ass to that kid. He'll be fine. That box is important. If you've ever played a Metal Gear game, you know the importance of cardboard boxes. Turns out. Pretty good in the zombie apocalypse, sir. So remember that, folks. There's zombies everywhere. Hide in cardboard box.
Oh yeah, there's also another sub-story that's kind of funny with that. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but of somebody who's camouflaging in a really interesting way.
Yeah, suffice to say, this
really...
game has a very... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this game has a very funny idea of how zombies detect who's a human and who's a zombie, and I'll leave it at that.
There, you're in the way.
This one also is, yeah, kind of rough because it's a really small space. So if you fire the grenade launcher off, you're going to like get caught by the blast of it too. But you have to deal with everybody in here. This room it's awful.
So I don't know why it is, but that last zombie that ran through the door, on Dead Cells difficulty, they come in like almost immediately, so you can fire one grenade.
Yeah.
But on easy, they take so long, and I guess I'm assuming it's just because they're just not as aggressive.
I assume so.
Oh, it caught the wall.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, in theory, you can do all of these rooms with one grenade, but you do need the game to cooperate, which, you know, it's Dead Souls, so.
We are coming up to the very big RNG parts for Ryuji. The two shortest chapters for Ryuji, thankfully, but probably the two nastiest. Well, maybe not nastiest for the last one, but for this next one, definitely.
Including our favorite Dead Souls RNG, will the game crash?
Yeah, twice. So, me and Panda have been theorizing about this because we're not 100% certain. We both had crashes in the start of this next chapter and the start of the chapter afterwards. We think it might have something to do with the way the game's loading because of like SSD, although I had like one crash of this on like free SSD. But we think it's because like we're turning around on Pink Street, which sounds really weird, but we wonder if it's because of like something to do with the loading, because the game still has audio carrying on in the background, but the game just hardbox, and you can't even use like the PS3 XMB. So it's always been when looking north on Pink Street. It's weird.
Yeah, now we have a
It's a
boss
turnaround.
gauntlet, and I will just not talk for this part.
Okay. We can handle this. We can handle this. You handle plops.
Because this part gets kind of yikes really quickly.
Yeah. So this is our old man. He was teaching us how to make takoyaki. It's symbolic. He's an octopus now. Essentially, this boss has 8 different weak points. Panda found out that actually with the weak spots here, of these tentacles, the middle tentacles on both sides have less HP than the top and the bottom. So Panda's going to be aiming at those, whilst also trying to get, obviously, hits against them here. You can do damage to them. Nice, very nice. You can do damage to them here, whilst this animation is going on, but until Pop stops... unlucky. Until Pop stops, you cannot actually destroy the tentacle. So in this very small window where Pop stops and does nothing, the tentacle will be stuck on like literally 0 or 1 HP and requires literally 1 bullet to just take care of. You have to hit like the critical hits in this bit here, in between the time where you take it down. This is still a decent phase 1. It's still a very, very decent phase 1. That's a very good phase 1.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that instead of getting slapped around.
Yeah, no
Yeah, the
knockdowns,
benches.
which is hard.
Yeah, we should mention the benches, they're all physical. If they fly off and hit you, you're gonna get knocked down, which sucks. Now it's phase 2. He's an octopus, he can regenerate. It's symbolic. So this is the real reason, or one of the big reasons for Demolition Man, which improves your explosive attacks. A grenade launcher with the right attack, which is that one. Look at all that damage. That's one. Oh, unlucky. So that's the best attack you want to see, because that attack, as you can see, has multiple hitboxes. This one is okay, but it's not as good because all the tentacles are like apart from each other. Pots has multiple attacks that are just annoying. You need to wait till you're on 1 HP for that, sir, please. Thank you. So, this point, fight's over. Fight is dead. So you can just finish this with any like heat attack. You have to finish it with a heat attack to be able to finish it. But essentially, the first attack pattern that Panda got is the best one. Multiple hitboxes all together. Does a HP and a half's worth of damage with 1 grenade launcher shot. Works really well on Dead Souls difficulty as well. It's just absolutely fantastic. That was a good fight.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And I actually looked into the names of the prototypes in the game a while ago, and they're basically all named after aspects of Japanese folklore, yokai, other legendary characters like that. And this one, Yatsukage, is actually the same yokai as Tsuchigumo, which is the final boss we had in Majima's part.
Yeah, that's neat. That game don't crash. Don't do it. So we have one more chapter for Ryuji, which, as Panda said, still boss rush. This one's not as bad as Pops. It's not quite as RNG, but it is a little bit of a pain in the backside. It's actually going to be against bosses you've already seen.
Just a lot of them.
Yes. And they all dropped the frame rate. It actually did it.
Oh
This is
no.
why we have safety saves.
Yeah, this is the exact frame that you see on all these crashes.
I even waited.
Yeah. We're just restarting the PS3, folks.
Well,
That's unfortunately the issue with Dead Souls.
Well,
it's volatile.
The good news, I guess, is that with generally, if you crash there, you will be okay, but no guarantees.
Thankfully, we can still carry on the run. Panda does have safety saves.
I will need to reset capture card.
Yeah, that.
I'm
that
using I'm using an
crashes.
OSSC, and it does not like the PS3's like swapping resolutions.
Yeah.
So I have to like deactivate it and reactivate it.
Yeah, for anyone who knows, the PS3 is a very big pain to capture.
All right, we should be good now.
Yeah, Dead Souls just has just a number of places where it likes to crash. There's an infamous one that hasn't happened yet. It's the worst one by far. We call it the Hayashi crash. I recognize that name from yesterday. You'll see in about probably 45 minutes to an hour.
I like the yet. We're bracing ourselves already.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same as Panda. I think Hayashi Crash has been behaving lately. I've been having more crashes in the
Oh, whoops, wrong button. Now I just have to figure out which one it is.
But yeah, between Kiwami, OG2, and this game, we've actually had all of Hayashi's, I guess you can't say canonical because this game isn't canon, but all of his
It's this one,
primary
right?
appearances.
No, wait.
That one. That one.
I don't know why this one always confuses me.
This is the Hayashi Marathon.
There
We
you
should have had OG Ishin.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No, we're missing one. Illegitimate marathon now. There's a Hayashi appearance missing.
I have to extend for another day just for Ishin.
Yeah, I guess if I ever run Kiwami, then yeah, I don't know why when you load in, the camera directions are all weird in comparison to where they are when you're like playing the game.
Huh.
It happens a few spots, and I don't really know why.
Game's weird. Game's cursed.
All right, I'm just gonna run backwards. He has a rock. Just gonna get this. So there's actually a lot of things going on in this fight. You kind of need to pay attention to the Onraki in the back. Oh, that was rude. Oh no. Why are you all the way back there, sir? Oh, I was way too early.
Oh, that's fortunate.
He's fine, maybe.
By the way, to end this fight, you don't actually need to shoot any of the zombies. It's enough to take out the 3 prototypes. Only on Dead Souls, because zombies are, again, super aggressive. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
I'm being bullied.
Getting IKEA'd in the street. Oh, no.
Yeah, this part can be hard to deal with, especially with the lag. Especially once you start shooting this guy. Because that's when the frame rate really starts to tank.
The nice thing is you can see is that this upgraded Gatling gun just shreds.
It's really, really good.
And this is why none of us like Ryuji's part.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's done. Congrats. Apart from the crash, I'd say that was pretty good.
Yeah. I think it went pretty well. And I say that as someone who, Ryuji is my favorite character in this series, so it's definitely not because of him. They just gave him the short end of the stick.
Yeah. He doesn't get much better in all sub-stories, sadly, because of his 15 sub-stories, 10 of them just drag you out of the quarantine zone. So he's a menace.
Yeah, even casually doing all sub-stories for him is a bit annoying, although he does have some really good ones, some really good sub-stories. Including one where he says, and I quote, there's nothing to admire about being a Yakuza.
Yeah. Also, yeah, sorry folks, we lied to you. We're now playing Yakuza. We loaded up Yakuza 4 again. Just waiting to get our baseball bats. So, obviously, we're now playing as Kiryu. This game's portrayal of Kiryu is actually really cool because Kiryu gets to, like, the quarantine zone entrance, and literally the media, the army, and the police all recognize Kiryu and go, no, alright, we're getting out of the way, after you. And Kiryu here still sees the zombies as people. He doesn't want to kill them. So, obviously, we're doing the old-fashioned Yakuza fist-fighting. The issue is, we're fist-fighting zombies in Yakuza Dead Souls. So, we get Yakuza Dead Souls' lock-on system for hand-to-hand combat, which... it sucks. It's not good. It's really weird. Like, the feedback against, like, the zombies as well is, like, really wild. But for this bit, what you want to do is you want to knock down all the zombies. There is a limit of 6 that you want. If you can get 6 zombies... there you go, exactly. If you can get, like, 6 zombies to start standing up, you'll then get the trigger to go to the next part. So that's why Panda will, like, knock down some zombies and then stomp on them on the ground to get them up a bit faster.
Yeah, and since you need 6, most of the time you can just knock down... Basically, you knock down all of them, and then you just have to stomp on the last one, and the 5th one should be getting up at that point anyway, on their own. Unless, of course, if you can knock down multiple at the same time, then that's amazing. But
Yeah. Even with gut punches, that's hard.
yeah, sometimes if they're really close, they're like really close together, you can do either a gut punch or you can try drop kicking, and you will get multiples. But yeah, funny enough, it's actually pretty easy on Dead Souls difficulty to get multiples, but then you're also at a really high risk of dying on Dead Souls difficulty, so I don't really know if it's a fair trade.
That part is actually really scary on Dead Souls.
Yeah, they rush you instantly at the start, because obviously they're all aggroed. Funnily enough, the drop kick is hilariously... How did that miss? Oh, yeah, you might all recognize this zombie. It's Nagahama from earlier. His entire character arc was, I really like this guy called Kazuma Kiryu, and unfortunately, Nagahama became a zombie. And this is the point where Kiryu's going to realize, alright, now I need a gun. Thankfully, the way that Dead Souls works, and this is something that's so good for the actual run, every character's level ups, items, inventory, stash, and upgrades are all pulled together. Like, when you get to the next character, it's all there waiting for them. So that's why we could get the stuff out with Ryuji, and it's why we're going to be able to get the stuff out with Kiryu. If it wasn't like that, and it was like the usual finale stuff, this run would be, like, very different. It'd be nasty in places, actually. Money would be a big issue.
But yeah, as Seafood mentioned, I don't remember the drops on this file specifically, but I believe we only have 1 rifle upgrade. We don't have 2 on this one.
Oh.
And I guess I'll find out what my weapon is when I open this.
Shotgun. Go on.
Or wait, no, I have the assault rifle. Why do I have the shotgun then? We just don't know. Who knows what I was doing? Yeah, I thought it
Who
was the shotgun, but then the shotgun's not upgraded, so... Here, we'll just confirm that I'm not insane. Yes, okay, we have done the upgrade. Alright, bye Kamiyama. Oh wait, no, wrong gun.
So very cleverly and intentionally, Panda is putting the sniper rifle on left D-pad, because for all characters that aren't Akiyama, that's where their unique weapon goes. And despite the fact that we have like all of our inventory filled with weapons, the game still allows us to be given Kiryu's ultimate weapon in the finale. And obviously it goes on to left D-pad. So we will... The sniper rifle is for a just-in-case scenario coming up. It's kind of nice to have as a backup.
Oh, sir. That was actually really scary because he can knock you over just rolling around, not even like trying to target you. Yeah, and we're gonna, so one thing, I don't think we mentioned this about the Zumi shirt, did we? The speed penalty if you're shooting or reloading or switching weapons.
No.
So yeah, I'm going to actually run through as much as possible because you basically null the speed effect of the shirt if you shoot, reload, or swap weapons. So it's actually faster if you can just run. Obviously, that's not always easy to do. Sometimes you have to decide when you should shoot and when you should run.
Actually, did not realize that.
Yeah, on Dead Souls difficulty, this can mean life or death, so you really have to choose wisely. Yeah, because see how those zombies are running at me? They're always like that in Dead Souls. Every zombie is running at you. Alright, stay over there. Alright, good. Yeah, that hermit unfortunately can be really annoying because you have to break the barrier and you actually have a really tiny spot you have to go through. And it's really easy to get just like accidentally locked in and then the hermit just keeps spinning and then you're just like, ah, that's fine. I liked laying on the ground. Oh yeah, and we also have Asagi as our partner now, which unfortunately, most of the time we're just going to be running and she'll just be left to her own devices. And yeah, as you can see, we are back again. In Kamurocho Hills, we are trying to find Haruka.
Yeah, remember that 2 minutes we waited for the barrier to be built by Daigo? He did a real good job.
Yes, as you can see, it's now flooded with zombies. Yeah, and interestingly enough, Asagi's weapon is an assault rifle like we're using now, and you would think that would be good, right? But the way they programmed the characters to shoot, it's actually really bad because she doesn't shoot long enough to like actually make a real impact.
Yeah, which is a shame because a lot of the AA partners in this game are actually pretty useful, which you wouldn't expect from this game. But yeah, some of them, it really depends heavily on what sort of weapon they're using.
Thanks, Asagi. He looks so angry. I mean, let's be fair, he is angry. Someone took Haruka. Again. Yeah, and as we can see, we meet up with Majima, and Majima tells us that everyone went to purgatory. So now we get to leave, even though we just got here. So yeah, if either want to talk about this part, it's fine.
Yeah, I was about to. This bit is a bit frustrating. Much like Nono said earlier, the issue with this bit is it wants you to use that sniper to your right, and the aiming is bad. And not only is the aiming bad, the sniper itself, terrible. No damage. Awful. So instead, we go fishing with a grenade launcher.
Majima, what are you doing?
What is he doing, actually?
He's just sitting there.
The nice thing is, we actually utilize the balconies on the other side to kind of tell where to aim to fire the grenades. Yeah, that was a headshot. I am very sorry. That first shot was a headshot. The rifle in this is not great. Even our own sniper rifle ain't great. But it is really hard to aim when, like, zoomed in.
Yeah, it goes from being, like, really slow, and then you zoom in, and it's just, like, insanely fast suddenly. Yeah, you want to shoot this hermit as soon as possible.
This was just a usual clear out all the zombies affair. There's going to be like a couple of zombies from 2 different spawns, but the biggest pain in this fight is the armed zombies. They're relatively new at this point because of obviously the introduction of the Usagi. They dodge. They actually dodge. If you don't hit them with a grenade, they will survive as well. They're very tanky, they dodge a lot. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, if one of your partners are shooting them, that's a good time for you to shoot them, because they're usually looking at your partner and not you.
Obviously, like, we put the AI on to attack because they are actually somewhat useful. They will actually shoot zombies, which is nice. But you can see that the 2 spawns is obviously where these 2 zombies are here, and then under the truck behind. So the 2 spawn points like are really far away from each other. And any zombie that spawns in, like that one on the left, crawling in under the truck, you cannot damage them until they're fully standing up, which is a pain.
Yeah, so unfortunately, once you get to like this part, your partners aren't as useful because they tend to face the direction you're facing. So whenever you flip around, they will flip around with you.
If we could tell them to wait at one of the spawn points, like the one at the back that isn't the truck, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You're going to learn quickly as well that this chapter for Kiryu just kind of ain't great. There's a lot of waiting around. And once again, we get to go down the sewers and hope that Zagi doesn't hit the aggro, please.
Well,
So if you're wondering how we know, every special infected has their own like special fight music. So the aggro is like overwrites the normal fight music. So it's like, okay.
yeah, it's this music that's playing right now, basically. This like rock music, almost metal.
We'll say like most of the other games that we've like talked about, the soundtrack in this game is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
RGD soundtracks are good.
We didn't get to hear it, but the intro track for this game is actually really, really cool. It has this really cool bass that goes dun, 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 dun.
No, don't hit me.
Really nice.
Stop it.
That's a nice way to get him stuck, actually. Once again, as you can probably guess, because we said this a lot, this bit in Dead Souls is pretty hard.
Yeah, you kind of just have to pray. And Dead Souls difficulty is just like that in general, but you'll be standing 1 minute and then you'll just be on the ground and then you'll be like, what happened?
You have to be very careful not to get caught in a corner. If you get caught in a corner, then that's bad news.
Alright, I was trying to convince the monkey boy to come after me. Yeah, once you get rid of the special infected here, it's not so bad, but until that point. And the grenade launcher is actually really good here. You just have to be careful of these zombies dropping down, because if one drops down in front of you, it'll hit you too. And you can actually kill yourself with the fire from the grenade launcher. You're pretty safe, I would say, on easy, but on Dead Souls, it's actually pretty easy to accidentally kill your character.
That's actually really funny.
As you can probably guess as well, we're not picking up items or like material drops anymore because we just don't need them anymore.
Well, I actually don't know for this file. I've been picking everything up just instinctively, but... we should be fine. I'm assuming that's why I got the rifle. Alright, so one other thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna just get rid of this stuff because we don't need it, but for this part specifically, you want to make sure you have just 2 open slots, because as you saw there, it's actually way faster for you to just throw stuff away than to get the prompts of like, oh, your inventory's full, what do you want to send to the box? And Akiyama's gonna... basically you're forced to get 2 healing items from Akiyama. So you really just want them to immediately go into your inventory so you can continue. Because the menu delay in this game is pretty bad. Like, going up and down in the menu is fine, but like actual like confirm and like back and stuff just seems like there's like a big delay.
So yeah,
All right.
do you want to explain this waiting section, or do you prefer to concentrate?
You can talk about it if you want.
So yeah, this whole part is basically an auto-scroller. We don't have much we can do to make it go faster, except we do want to keep the number of zombies down, because if you get too many zombies on screen, there's lag, and as we've said before, the timers in this game are tied to frame rate. So in order to be optimal, you want to minimize the lag as much as you can, which on easy isn't too hard to do. On Dead Souls, it can be a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, and then you can also get Akiyama to come into this corner, which he just said no. But yeah, you can hide here.
Is that just to provoke zombies less?
Yeah, if you stand here, usually you're okay.
Also, Akiyama says we got uglies, which again, I don't think the hermits are ugly. I kind of get offended by that line, to be honest.
Alright, we're gonna use Akiyama to our advantage.
Finally, a use for the man.
But yeah, that should be fine with the amount of zombies. But yeah, if you see here, this is basically demonstrates what I was talking about earlier, where your partner looks the way you're looking, so...
That's actually pretty funny. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he will spin with you.
Just dancing with Akiyama.
Yeah, but you want to get rid of these two as soon as possible. Because both of their attacks make the game lag, so... I think the meathead is more of a problem than the fatty, but...
Yeah, because the fatty only tanks the frame rate if if he blows up, right?
Yes.
Also, I don't know if we've described what happens in this part story-wise, but this is basically...
You can also tease Akiyama if you want with the...
Sorry?
You can also tease Akiyama with the fire extinguisher if you want.
Nice.
But it also hits zombies too, by the way, so you could hit them with the fire extinguisher. Alright, we're just gonna run.
And now to, this boss fight, which, man.
This is basically why we have the grenade launcher. Our favorite Basan.
Yeah. This guy's basically just a bigger, meaner version of the Dipteras from earlier. Flies around, he spits. He's a big pain.
Yeah, this is the bad RNG. If he spits at you, it's fine. You can still hit him. It's pretty hard to if he decides to just do his little sonic boom thing.
Now, Basan broadly has two phases. One where he just flies around, and the second one, he keeps flying around, but he also summons in zombies. So Panda is actually going to use a strat here that I believe Meta found for Dead Souls.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bless Meta.
Yeah. This is very, very good. Basically, doing this, you just unlock Basan so he can never initiate his second phase. And this is really, I mean, for any percent, this is cool. For Dead Souls, this is pretty essential because I guarantee you they did not balance this fight for Dead Souls because I challenge you to finish that fight in any dev intended way. It is basically impossible with the zombie aggro you have to ever be able to aim up at Basan in the sky. Yeah, that was, other than those whirlwind attacks, that was pretty good fight.
Yeah. If you're really lucky, you can actually get him to land immediately if you get a bunch of good shots on him, but sometimes he just says no. Yeah, Kiryu's part's actually really quick, and especially after, like, finishing Ryuji's part. Yeah, because this is already the final chapter for him. I say final chapter, but it's like his final story chapter, but you also play as him in the finale, so...
Yeah. But it's funny that this chapter is called the final sprint, because this is actually mostly an auto-scroller.
You might remember something we mentioned earlier on about timers at the top of the screen being tied to FPS. That's massively important coming up here. Yeah, Panda's also going to be firing like towards the middle and the bottom of the screen slowly to make it so that we don't lose FPS to shooting the gun either.
Yeah, and this part is interesting too, because if you wanted to, you can also use this as a break if you want to just look here and do nothing.
Yep.
Because even if once you get to the second part of this, which we're about to here, you can't really die. Because, well, the Onraki we're going to see in a second just doesn't do enough damage.
Unlike Dead Souls difficulty.
Yeah.
Which, did you come up with those transfer Dead Souls, or was that Metza as
Metza.
well? Yeah, as found by our Dead Souls runners, fun fact about this part right here, the HP of the armored vehicle we're in, it's tied to your armor level. So what they do in Dead Souls difficulty is they get a bunch of amulets so that these amulets can give you a bit more defense at the cost of some attack, because the attack doesn't matter here. And yeah, just stock up on like a bunch of armor. And even then, even with like a whole bunch of armor set up on Dead Souls difficulty, this whole bit can just kill you very quickly, because as far as I'm aware, there's no way to stagger this on Raki here. You take a lot of hits from this bit.
You can stagger him even on Dead Souls, but it's super, super precise. You basically have to be perfect in hitting him, like even before he starts his animation.
Yeah, the screeching sounds from the tank are really weird. Like you'll see, and when we get to the final part, we will be stationary and shooting the Onraki, and it will still be screeching, because that makes sense. It just sounds like it's doing donuts. So yeah, this part's very exciting, as you can see.
It's a nice break. Actually, when I played this earlier, I made myself a sandwich during this part.
Yeah.
It was a good sandwich.
That's thankfully the last time wait. Thank goodness. We have one or two more little waits in like the final chapter, but they're not timed. Well, they are technically, but no 3-minute long sit here, shoot zombies.
Yeah, and technically, even for this part, even if he hits you each time, he still can't kill you.
Also, exceedingly rarely you can actually get pushed out of bounds in this bit. Happened to Panda first, like.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, Asagi just drove through this building here and popped out like here.
We have no idea why. just happened.
Finally, a useful out of bounds in these. To be honest, we actually have one other Yakuza game where there's a useful out of bounds, but we didn't get to see it during this marathon.
Thank you, Yakuza 5, for being 6 hours long.
Oh, I was actually talking about OG1. I guess there is 2 of them.
Oh yeah, the boss fight in OG1, yeah.
The boss fight, and also there's
the
a
club. Yeah.
there's one in Club Jewel.
Yeah, for this fight, you want to, if you look down at the start of the fight, he rushes towards you, which makes it really easy to shoot him. And you really don't have to do anything else except shoot him. Like, even the Molotov zombies don't really do anything. You might as well just spend all your time focusing him.
Yeah, and with that, we now move on to the finale, where we get Kiryu's ultimate weapon. We also get to potentially the bad crash point. Then we've had one crash, I'm hoping that it doesn't do it.
Fingers crossed.
So this is the gunsmith who's going to give Kiryu his ultimate weapon. He's also the guy that made the minigun arm for Ryuji. Why does Ryuji need a minigun arm when he's making takoyaki? Don't ask. There's no answer.
There's some throwaway line here where Ryuji says something about Kiryu doing this to him. If you see the ending of OG2, at no point does Kiryu rip out Ryuji's arm, so I don't know what he's referring to, but...
just Dead Souls is making up its own canon at this point. Oh, and Majima, to try and get over the zombie infection, he's going to a sauna. He's going to sweat it out.
Gonna sweat out the toxins.
That's our Majima.
I mean, he's not wrong though, as in like, in his position, he might as well try, right?
Yeah,
True.
sure.
Like, probably not gonna work, but hey, what if it did? And normally you wouldn't get this dialogue. I got it because I talked to him earlier, but it's fine. And I believe we only have, we can only do one, but I will confirm. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
well, before it crashed, we would have been able to do both, but...
Those material things that you need for the rifle, they are rare. They only come from the millionaire zombies. In all sub-stories, there's only one you can get as a sub-story reward, which obviously helps things a little bit. It would take way too long to do that sub-story in obviously any percent.
Oh, really? Which, what sub-story gives that?
That's actually one of Akiyama's. It is
wow.
the... Let me double check. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. It's cliches. It's the one at the Theatre Square.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a really good sub-story. I like that one a lot.
Yes. One that makes fun of zombie cliches. Very good.
Hey, can you
Also,
stop? Go ahead.
Also, in terms
I was
of
talking to the zombie.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I just didn't want you to think that when I said, can you stop, it meant you. I was talking to the zombie.
Can you shut up already? This guy doesn't even run Dead Souls.
These people just keep going on about Yakuza speedruns. I wish they'd stop. Why do they keep talking about them? He's not even a Yakuza game.
But yeah, if you're wondering, by the way, about the final upgrades for the Gatling gun and the anti-material rifle, every final upgrade for every one of the unique weapons for each character is locked behind doing all of their sub-stories. So obviously it's not realistic to do in anything but the all sub-stories run.
Why are you kicking the thing? Yeah, and this part just lags terribly. You kind of just have to do your best.
You don't use the anti-material rifle for this part?
I do, but I think for these guys here, I just prefer to use the assault rifle or the shotgun. Either one would work. Yeah, the problem is that if you get especially until the special infected are dead, though, it's easy to kill them with the rifle. That is not the rifle.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I like using the anti-material for like the special infected. And obviously the tank, for those who don't know, you can use the tank in this bit, which is actually really nice.
Yeah, but see, that zombie hit me. That's why I usually wait until the zombies are out of the way so they're not smacking me.
Every part of this finale is scary in Dead Souls difficulty. You have to like bait all the zombies up to like the top part of the entrance to Millennium Tower here, because you can kind of like funnel them, which is good, and they should get stuck and like never come up. But the special infected can. This point being upgraded is really good, because even though the meatheads are only supposed to take like damage to like hits their weak spot, they'll still take residual damage to whatever body part you hit. And obviously the stronger the weapon, the more damage it will do, and the anti-material rifle is strong.
But yeah, I guess we haven't talked much about the anti-material rifle itself yet. It's really, really good. It's a really cool weapon. It's kind of like, is it fair to say it's kind of like a combination sniper rifle shotgun?
Yeah, in a way. I think that's fair. All right, who's left? Where are you?
It's also... Oh, it was a crawling zombie. All right. It's also much better at piercing enemies than any of the other weapons, like the sniper rifle or the deagle that we had earlier. Very nice.
Yeah, you can actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can actually hit some enemies' weak points from the other side.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well...
Demolishes like aggro's like that, look.
Ryuji messed up my shot there. Thanks, Ryuji.
Yeah, Ryuji.
Yeah, that's one other thing that can happen with the partners is like your aim and taking a shot, especially if you're doing headshots and they shoot whatever you're trying to shoot and make it flinch, they will move, so then you will miss your shot. But yeah, the other good thing about this rifle is the like range as far as width is actually very generous. Like, even if you miss, like you try to shoot a zombie and it goes beside them, usually it will still kill them.
Yeah, this weapon is just ridiculously good. Also ridiculously good at lagging your game. If you upgrade it fully to its final form, you get a small little heat, like kind of like action on the end of the barrel, like this little like blue flame. That actually causes the FPS to drop by like 2 or 3. Like, no joke. This next room sucks. This room is full of Molotov zombies. It's awful. Like, to try and like push through and rush through.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ryuji, save me.
Yeah, that's a really bad... Oh.
Sometimes Ryuji will save you. Oh, he did. Thank you. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, thanks, Ryuji. Bye.
That's...
Just let me out.
Christ. This
Yeah,
really
on Dead
shows
Souls,
you...
I would have been dead. I would have died immediately. That would have been the end.
This really shows you the duality of Molotov zombies, because very often they'll get you like that. The flame will just knock you down and can potentially get you stun locked. Sometimes, however, if you get surrounded by zombies, a Molotov zombie will throw a Molotov at you and just kill all of them and liberate you immediately. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially useful in Dead Souls. For them to kill all the zombies for you. Okay, he just ran through there. That's fine.
that's top-notch physics. Approve.
probably won't need
there's
the
gonna
grenade
be.
launcher, but
Sorry.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's going to be 2 of these sections where Ryuji is just closing down a door and you have to defend him until he's done.
Yeah. Also, that was a railgun we walked past. Yes, you can use it. It's not really worth it.
It's actually really bad if you're playing on Dead Souls difficulty and you accidentally trigger it. Because like you go
So I
to
assume you get stuck.
yeah, because if you go to dodge roll, which is X, but activating the gun is also X, so
Brilliant.
neat.
This is unfortunately one of those parts that we were talking about earlier where unfortunately the game doesn't let us break out of like what it wants us to do. We're supposed to find the code for the safe. Spoilers, we know it's 3538. But we have to trick the game into thinking that we've gone and got the code by actually going to get the code, sadly. Which is also weird because this bit has a fail state, where if you fail the code 3 times, Ryuji just says, ah, heck this, and breaks into the safe anyway. Which just causes you to miss out on the healing items.
Oh,
that you get.
IKEA, no.
Oh no, not the spin.
Alright, that was fine. It was short, at least.
I gotta say,
Come upstairs as well.
they did put some really nice nods to survival horror games in this game. The menu reloads and the existence of a puzzle in this game, because you don't just come here and it gives you the code. You actually have to figure out the code from diary entries by Nishida, by one of Majima's assistants. It's a really nice touch, I think.
And it's the wild kind of talk that Majima would usually do for if ever Majima set up a puzzle as well, which is nice.
I don't think I've seen him go up that high before. The
No, this
Diptera.
game has heart. I like this game.
My cat
Yeah, I
wants
mean-
to be a part of the speedrun. May keeps hitting from bumping into my legs. Yeah, she's ended a few runs before.
Always pet time first.
Yeah.
Alright, here we are, coming up to the big one. The big crash and the big boss fight.
Forgot about these. But yeah, same thing applies there too. You want to have 2 spots so you can just get that stuff out.
Would you say this is, of all the boss fights in the finale, the one that's hardest to do optimally?
Probably due to the fact that he's running around a lot.
And the
I'd say it's harder to do
sprinklers.
Nikaido skip, but the actual fight itself isn't too rough. But with all the factors that can go into this fight, yeah. Because Kinro and Ginro just kind of exist.
Yeah, they're
kinda
not
bad.
too bad.
Alright, so y'all will finally get to see the zombie. The first original zombie that started infecting everybody by attacking specific Tojo clan offices. It is, of course, Hayashi. For whatever reason. Why is it Hayashi? So, carry on a Yakuza marathon of defeating Hayashi. Obviously looking a little dead this time. So, and it's going to be doing some firing with the anti-material rifle and then doing these backsteps to stop the animation of loading the next, like, cartridge in. Wow. Free weak spot here, which is nice. So this fight has multiple phases. Some of these aren't flowers. Some of these are grenades. So Panda's hopefully going to get Hayashi's HP down low enough before Hayashi throws the grenade to stop a cutscene that starts the sprinklers. Really hard to do, especially when Hayashi starts doing this. Nice. These ones always lead to like a free attack on the weak spot, which is pretty nice. It's very good damage. Oh, okay. Thanks, Hayashi.
Oh no.
Fortunate.
It's really hard. You can apparently also do this on Dead Souls. I didn't even know that you could do that.
Oh. This is final phase Hayashi, which if he actually manages to jump on Yuji when he's on the floor, that's a slight issue.
Oh my god, can you stop?
Walk over. Good to him. This is why Hayashi's a bit awkward. What he's trying to do is he's trying to go for Ryuji, but his pathing is wild. There we go. So at this point, you know, when your arm is a minigun, of course you can take it off. But don't ask. So now Hayashi has a minigun. Weirdly enough, we don't actually want him to drop the minigun. On Dead Souls difficulty, you do, which you can do by using the grenade launcher against him. But weirdly enough, you'd think, hey, free weak spot here. The issue is that if he drops the minigun, Ryuji runs and picks it up again, we have another long cutscene, and then Hayashi can just steal it again. So ideally, Hayashi shoots Ryuji, but Hayashi's being a bit of a pain. There we go.
And also, we haven't mentioned this, but the trigger for the sprinklers going off, and that added cutscene as well, is any of Hayashi's grenades going off. So you need to be exceedingly lucky to avoid triggering any of those cutscenes.
Speaking of cutscenes, fingers crossed, please do not. This is the big one. The next cutscene is going to load. If the cutscene after that has no visual but only has audio, then the game has soft locked. Nice, good, we're good. No Hayashi crash. Woo! So essentially what happens is the game soft locks with the cutscene. After the cutscene is finished, then the console hard locks, at which point the console force shuts itself down. That's the Hayashi crash. And to make matters even worse, as you're about to see here, the game then says, would you like to save the game? This is the point of no return, says the game. Ignore the fact that was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that save would have been really nice beforehand, but you know.
There is like no save point anywhere before that like fight. The only save you can do before that is literally before you come into this finale section. So, kind of frustrating. Kind of very frustrating. At this point, we should have a free shot up until the end of the run.
Please, let me there. Thanks. Yeah, this bit too on Dead Souls difficulty, you can actually have Ryuji incapacitated. It's really just up to you. Sometimes it is easier to deal with him when he's incapacitated, because the benefit of when he's incapacitated is the zombies won't rush in here. Because you would hide back here, basically, so they can't see you. Which you can still do here, but they're easy enough to deal with, so it's fine. Alright, good luck.
You'll also now get a nice taste of Dead Souls, because with the alarm going off, with the stock alarm sound, this is where, obviously, you can see all the zombies are aggroed. So this experience is what you would get on Dead Souls as well, which, as you can see, is pretty dangerous. You get pushed around a lot by zombies, you get grabbed, you get attacked, and there's all these special infected around.
By the way, that back there was my favorite room in the game. There's a room with 2 aggros, and they're just vibing, listening to music.
And with that, and turning off the alarm, it's time for the final set of bosses. After we use the box, which is conveniently placed right here. The game is once again going to say, are you sure you want to move forward? But we can't go backwards.
Yeah, so I don't...
Nothing else we can do.
I guess it's if you... are you sure you didn't want to get anything else out of the box? But still, it's like, well...
So this is Kinro and Ginro. One is silver, one is gold. Gin. So essentially they have a state where they try and keep their HP balanced. So when their HP gets low enough, one of them is going to try and heal off of the other one. Ideally in this fight, they try and kill Ryuji, because that just focuses on Ryuji.
I never thought about it, but I guess Ryuji's immune to the oil on the ground.
Yeah, actually.
I don't know where Kinro is, though. That's kind of concerning.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Ah.
You just kind of want to keep tabs on both of them. It's gonna be hard to hit. There.
Also, I'm gonna take another controversial stand here, potentially. These guys, pretty cute.
Yeah, I think they're cute.
This is a really good fight if they don't win.
Oh, no, where? Hey,
They're trying to heal. Nice. Very nice.
where did he go? Oh,
Getting through Ginro without actually like heal, that's really good. There's the extendable arms we were talking about earlier.
Wow. The range in that thing.
okay, where are you going?
Well, also, haven't been mentioned, you don't want to look down the entirety of the room because your FPS will drop to like 10. This room is like heavily furnished, like obviously like reflections in the floor, etc. Room is too much.
Booger. Ryuji, maybe?
GG. 2 more fights left.
Yep, now we have good old Nikaido. Yeah, and as you can see from that intro, yes, he does that during the fight. Yes, it's annoying. So this part's kind of weird, because ideally you would want to use Ryuji. Can you pick a side? Use Ryuji as bait. And usually the way you get to do that is if you can stay behind him and have him attack, but he does not want to. There we go.
So there is a skip in this fight. It's really hard to pull off. Alright, so this is phase 2. Nikaido is going to turn himself into blood, as you do. And here's naked blood zombies, as you do. Try and guess where the weak spot is, chat. You'll never guess.
The game's really subtle about this.
So there's, I believe, 10 different spots that the heart can appear on the map. And you can get lucky and have it very close to you. If it starts right next to you, it will move. And then obviously after the first shot, it relocates to a different place. It's actually relocated to a quite nice spot, actually. So Panda's going to be able to shoot Nikaido here before he spawns back in. And we're going to want Nikaido to be busy in this next bit to try and get the skip, unless we can go fast enough. So ideally, Nikaido goes and grabs the that'd be great. Oh.
No, he dropped him.
That was close though.
Very close, yeah. So essentially you need to keep Nikaido busy with like a different animation of some kind. So obviously here, grabbing Ryuji. He has a couple of moves as well, including shooting blood bullets, which it is as cool as it sounds, but that actually can kill you, especially on Dead Souls difficulty. And if you just, like, obviously you can't get Nikaido skip, we just have to see that cutscene again, which takes a while. It's all about trying to use the audio to hear where he is, unfortunately.
That was weird because I went to the right because it's been playing out of my right ear, but it was on the left that time, so that's weird. Now I'm like, is the sound of the heart on mono? That'd be funny.
And this is the final boss. Don't want to admit that for years we didn't know where his weak spot was. It's pretty obvious. To be fair, you rarely get a chance to be able to shoot the weak spot because where you start the fight, you can't aim up high enough to shoot the eye.
Yeah, you have to aim and then back up.
Also, even though it's bright and red, it is a slightly different design than the usual weak spots.
Yeah, very good phase 1. This QT is also very much the epitome of like what Yakuza Dead Cells is. Here you with a gun. So still need to do a bit more damage. In this part, he'll start being like way more aggressive with his attacks. So at this point, we usually stop trying to go for the weak spot hit. And also avoid that, because these stomping hands are really nasty. If you're on the side, he'll do that like kind of like short little side swipe, which is actually honestly really good. Nice, good phase 2 as well. Good fight.
Yeah, and here you want to actually stay in the middle so that he'll do the slam. And then you want to very quickly get back. Because if not, he will try to hit you with his other arm, and that's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah. I swear a long time ago we used to be able to get through this phase in one grenade, but no one's ever been able to do it since. No idea. Maybe I'm misremembering. Well, here's your actual Resident Evil moment.
You're an Amazon, Kiryu.
Something disappointing. This rocket launcher is a reward for beating the game on Dead Cells difficulty. It's terrible.
It's so bad. You have to reload it each time. It doesn't even one-shot most people.
And time will be now.
GG,
Forgot about
that was very
time.
nice.
Hey, I think all things considered, it was fine.
Yeah, it was a very good run.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering we crashed. All right, nice. And that's it. We did it. No way, Kiryu survived that. Yeah, I know.
殺すのかい私を八つ咲きにしても飽き足らない
But yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you for having me on. It was fun to run. And thank you, Froob and Big Nono, for commentating for me.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me on.
Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. This was a great. This game is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a game.
I was not prepared for this. It was wild.
We got the full experience, crashes and all.
Again, thank you so much for showcasing the game. With that being said, we do have 2 more games left, and one of them's a very long one, so we are going to take a quick break here while we get the other runs, or the next run set up, rather. Just a quick reminder for everybody at home, if you've missed out on any of our other Hotfix shows, like yesterday's day 1 of Yakuza, you can go to youtube.com/gamesdonequick. The VODs will be up in a few days for that, but you can check out all of our past stuff there. And we'll see you in just a few minutes after the break.
お前はなぜそれを滑稽と笑う